3, 2, 1, here we go. Welcome to another geometric Proof GCSE Maths question. Every video, every question, you get the chance to pause, have a go first, and then you can always unpause and then see how I do this question. Now's your chance to pause. Here we go. A sphere has radius x centimeters. A cylinder has radius 2y and a height 5y. The surface areas are equal. Show that xy is root 7 to 1. That already kind of looks a bit scary. Imagine getting this in a GCSE paper. So what are we saying? Well, y, imagine that is 1. And root 7, well, that's kind of like square root of 9, which is 3. So it's kind of like a ratio 1 to 3. One bit being 3 times as long as the other. Let's try it. Something like this might be worth 4 to 5 marks. Step 1 with these kind of questions is this. You need to set up the word equation. They're telling us surface area for a sphere is the same as surface area for a cone. Step 1. Now, step 2, we need to insert the formulas. On the real day, if they're being really nice with these kind of questions, they might have the formula for the volumes in the top corner. If they're not being so nice, it might be on the front page. Page 2 of your GCSE Maths booklet. Okay, let's put in the formulas now. Surface area for a sphere is 4 times pi times r squared. This one, surface area for a cylinder. That's what I meant to write. Imagine if I'm paying attention. Surface area, well, let's put the area for each surface. The top, that's a circle, pi r squared. There's another one on the bottom, 2 pi r squared. And then the bit around it, which is the complex bit, you could say. The complicated bit. Well, what's a really nice way to think of it? Imagine you just take those 2 circles out, and this is a sheet of paper. Stretch this sheet of paper out. This is basically a rectangle. So what is William trying to say? Well, the height is still 5y. We can see that on the left. The top bit, that will be the circumference, the perimeter for a circle here. How long is that? 2 pi r. So what am I trying to say? Well, the surface area will be 5y. Let's put that in black. 5y times 2 pi r. No, black is a bit too dark here. So that times that. So that will be 10 pi r y. Okay, good. So that's our formula here, based on our shape. Is that a good way to show it? Yes, because we've got 5y and 2y, we're going to insert it very soon. So we're saying this is equal to that. Let's put a box around it. This is equal to that. All right, well, let's set it up, and then hopefully there's a ratio somewhere, and then we're good. Look at this bit. R is equal to x. So we have 4 pi times x squared is equal to 2 pi. Now, if we look at this shape, the radius is 2y. So think of it like 2y times 2y. Just want to make that really clear because I do appreciate GCSE Maths can be tough. Let me just colour it properly. R squared. R is 2y. So r squared means 2y times 2y. The 2 orange boxes. That'll be 4y squared. I'll type that pretty soon. Then we plus 10 pi r, and then y, well, y is still there, and then the r is 2y, because it's the radius of this. So I'm just going to insert that properly. Need to write out neatly 10 pi, and then r will be 2y, and then there's still y. Okay, let's simplify all this. All right, I need to hurry up. We're 4 minutes in. Come on, quicker. On the left, it's still the same thing, 4 pi x squared. And this term, well, that orange bit is 4y squared. Here, 4y squared times 2, which will be 8y squared. There's still a pi there. Just to help, I'm just going to put the pi there because 8 and pi next to each other, that's totally fine because they're just numbers. Then we're going to plus, and then that bit. 10 times 2y times y. 10 times 2 is 20. The pi is still there, and y times y, that last bit here, that will be y cubed. Y squared, I mean, here. Just making sure it's fully on the page. If I got the board correctly, the size, I move it a tiny bit over. Yeah, that's much better. We're 5 minutes in, let's hurry up. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of rearranging and then we might be okay. I'm going to probably just use the bit at the top. So that's the good thing about this video. It's on YouTube, so you can always just rewind it. I don't have space, I'm just going to put this up top here. I can always just cancel if I made a mistake. That bit. Well, let's simplify this whole thing. You see the right side, that plus that. Well, it's the same terms. It's like 8 plus 20, so we have 28. On the right. So 4 pi x squared is equal to 28 pi y squared. Okay, now what? Well, just to keep our eyes on the prize, what on earth we're doing. You see, GCSE Maths, it's so easy to just lose track. I mean, we've been doing so many steps, even as a teacher, sometimes I feel, well, what are we aiming for? I mean, that's so important. No wonder this question is worth 4 to 5 marks here. We're comparing one length with another length, and we're saying one is a bit bigger than the other. Look at this. We need to simplify just to get it to look like that somehow pretty soon. It's only a few more steps. Both sides have a pi, so we can divide both sides by pi. Both sides also have 4 and 28. They both share the same factor. They are both in the 4 times table. So chop, and we get 7 on the left. X squared. Oops. X squared here. On the right, 7 y squared. We're almost done. Looking pretty good. There's an equal sign, so we do the same thing to both left and right. We can square root. That's how we get rid of this, and then we're so close to our answer. Square root, both sides. X equals root 7 y. So really, we are done. So, because what are we saying? If you look at this x to y, they're just saying, well, we compare one length with the other. What have we just worked out? This bit. X, we're saying, is root 7 times y. Put that underneath. Root 7 times y. And the y is still equal to y. Line it up like this, and then we're done. With a ratio, we always try to cancel the terms that are similar. Can you see on both left and right, there's a y? Cancel. So divide both sides by y. Y divide y equals 1. Chop, chop. Let me use that red. Make it clearer. We're 8 minutes in, almost done. So then here 1, and then we have the answer. Brilliant. Classic question. So many steps. That's why I really want to make this YouTube video and then share it with you guys. You might be one of my students. You have just watched all the way to the end. And then we have the answer. Root 7 dot dot 1. There we go. So a fantastic, a classic GCSE Maths question. 8 minutes in, that's it. So my normal way to end the video. If you found this kind of question difficult, this geometric question, which you will see in your GCSE Maths exam, then in the top left corner, it will be actually the previous video, which I just made 10 minutes ago. It's shown as a triangle, and then you need to prove one angle is 180 minus 4 theta. And there are 2 isosceles triangles just being put together. So that's one video. Watch that. If you found this one a little bit tough, it's okay. Just go back a step, learn from there, that video. You'll learn something. And then bottom left corner is my normal way to end the video. Just another suitable one on this channel. Thank you so much. We're 9 minutes in. That's it. See you later.